Hi everyone, I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. I am a soul therapist and an intuitive that connects with the angelic energy, and I help the helpers, the healers, and the light bringers of this world to live their most magical life. So if that's you and you're watching on my YouTube channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button below with the bell so you can get notifications for all of the videos that I'm sharing here on this channel. If you're watching live or on the replay on my Facebook, make sure you guys say hi. I always love to see you in comments and hear from you. So we are going to dive into this week's energy. What do we have going on here? How do we best navigate this week? Lots of intense, but I feel like really magical energies that are happening for us right now. If you have been listening and watching my videos, you will know that we've been in a very intense pattern of energy and a lot of stuff happening with the astrology right now. In fact, if you haven't watched my video from last week, I do recommend that you watch that. All of that stuff really still applies. I feel like we're still carrying over a lot of those themes. So I think that there's a lot of information to be found there in that video as well. So we're going to talk about, though, this week's energy. And we're in this place where we are officially halfway through Mercury retrograde, right? So we're halfway there, guys. We are working through this. We are also preparing for this ring of fire, this solar eclipse on Thursday, on the 10th. Okay, so we have this going on, and this is really that end capped to this eclipse portal that started with that lunar eclipse that we had. So I want you to think back through this period of time, since the beginning of June or maybe a little bit before that. What's been going on for you and what has been highlighted for you? We are reflecting on a lot. We are being given a lot of information. We're being given a lot of guidance. We're being shown the way, although you might not feel entirely clear on the direction that you're going, but there is a lot happening. So I want you to really reflect on what you have been shown during this period of time. And it may be, there are some things that have been brought to light that are disappointing. You know, I do see a lot of letting go, a lot of endings, a lot of release that's happening, and that's not always easy. Or there's very much a shift in terms of the story that we have been telling ourselves as we get closer and closer to our authentic selves and to really hearing what it is that we really want in life and who we really are and the direction that we really want to go in, which is very much being highlighted for us. We make changes that are in alignment for that, or sometimes the universe does that for us, right? Where these shifts and these changes are just kind of happening around us. And there are adjustments that are happening to all of this. There is processing, there's reflecting. There's so much going on right now, but we're very much in this place of exploring all of that. And I think that if you're somebody who is used to processing everything from a place of logic, this energy may be more challenging for you because it's very much a situation where it's, you know, the heart versus the mind, the soul versus the human. And sometimes our mind, our ego wants different things than our soul is guiding us to. And so that can be a real challenge. And I see that showing up for us this week where it's like, what do I actually want? What do I really want? And sometimes we need to, especially right now, move in that direction of what we're intuitively pulled toward, even if that maybe doesn't align with our most logical self. So you may find yourself doing things a little bit differently or following that intuitive mind instead and taking leaps of faith, making shifts, making changes that you feel called to make. I would pay attention to what is it you feel called to do? What is it that you feel called to change, to shift? Because as we're wrapping up this period of time, this is a major clearing period. And so what do you need to get rid of? This is very much a time of closing doors and new doors opening. But at the same time, I feel like right now it's sort of that hallway energy, right? Where that doors are closing, but maybe we don't necessarily have the doors opening yet. Some of us do, some of these things are beginning to move forward, but there's this hallway period where we're just sort of waiting for those doors to open. But I think that if we can trust in closing some of these doors that we're feeling called to close, that this will allow for these new energies to come into our life and these new circumstances to come in. And these are the things that we're truly manifesting, that we're actually wanting to bring into our experience. And I feel called to say that we really have to break out of that story that we have been telling ourselves about what we are capable of, about what is realistic, about what we want versus what other people want for us and from us, because that can really tug at your energy and that can make it very difficult. So there's this whole journey and this whole process of exploring all of that. At the end of the day, you want to honor your heart, you want to honor your soul, and make your decisions from that place. You want to open to bigger things. This is a time to think and dream so much bigger. This is a time to open to the magic that is available to you, because there's so much that is wanting to come in for us. But when we manifest things, a lot of times they come in when we start to take steps. So when we are trying to manifest something, sometimes it's helpful when we get to that place of belief first, or we take actions in the direction of those things that we want to manifest, so that we are acting as if we are pulling those things into our experience. So thinking and dreaming bigger, but also taking some actions, moving in that direction. I'm seeing Danica, she's saying, yep, she's been closing doors and she's in the hallway. Yeah, so thinking about that hallway, how are we going to make that hallway as beautiful as possible? There can be discomfort in the void, in I closed those doors, I took those steps, I have been moving in that direction, but okay, so where is it, right? And sometimes it takes a little while for things to show up into our experience, but it's all in divine timing, right? So we have to trust that. So that patience, and how do I make this hallway phase of my life as comfortable as possible? How do we take advantage of that? And this is, like I said, such a time of reflection. So this is a great time to do extra meditation and spending time in your own energy, and really taking that time and making that effort to listen to and honor your soul. Your soul is showing you exactly the way, all of the answers. You have everything within you. We just have to take that time to really pull back and to listen and to let ourselves surrender and let ourselves flow with what's wanting to show up for us. Because again, we're breaking out of that story that we've been telling ourselves. And that story oftentimes tends to limit us way more than God would limit us, and we truly are limitless. And so when we step out of that and we allow ourselves to flow, sometimes we're taken in a direction of bigger and better things than we ever could have imagined. So we want to just allow that process. I also want to say that it is such an important time for us to just be listening to our bodies and our needs. We're still getting lots of energetic downloads, lots of upgrades to our energetic systems while we're sleeping. And so if you're feeling tired, go to bed early. Or for me, it's been all over the place. Sometimes I'm exhausted, and then sometimes sleep has been really hard to come by. So it just depends on how our bodies are responding to all of this. So know that that's happening. Know that it's making these adjustments for us to adapt to the planetary ascension. The planet is basically carrying and holding more light, and also, so it is raising in vibration. The planet is physically raising in vibration. And so our bodies have to be ready for that. Our energy fields have to be ready for that. And we're moving in a direction of connecting so much more with our intuitive gifts. So we want to allow this process. It can feel a little uncomfortable. I feel like there's a lot of symptoms that come around the eclipses, at least for me. So you may feel you may feel like physical symptoms that come in where you feel sensations within the body physically, or feel a little strange or different. I know that's kind of how I always experience that. Or you may feel what seems like an anxiety, but you're not sure where that comes from. Everybody has a different response to these ascension symptoms and to the eclipse energy, but you may find that you're feeling that around this eclipse energy as well. So we're also going to dive into the cards that we have here, and I did pull 3 of my Tosha silver cards. This doesn't surprise me at all. We have the lost card, we have the letting go card, and we have the surrender card. Okay, so there's a lot of clearing that's happening. It's like, you know, changes are coming in that maybe we're not choosing for ourselves, and it feels like a loss. It feels really challenging. I'm going to read this one because this particular one feels really important. It says, sometimes you learn true offering through loss. You make a passionate invitation for love to take over and bring her own plan instead of the ego's. So this is exactly what I was talking about, allowing the soul to guide your journey, allowing God to take over and show you the way, show you a greater vision than maybe you even could have imagined for yourself. And then we have the letting go card. Okay, so letting go of what needs to be released. And I love what this card says. It says, everything is indeed out of control and God will hold it all. I can safely let go. I love that, right? And that letting go is that surrender, handing it up, trusting that you're being guided, trust that you're being shown, even if it doesn't make sense to you yet. Okay, because a lot of times it doesn't. And then we'll take a look at the tarot cards that we have here. So we have this Knight of Air card. This is coming in for me this week. I'm feeling like there's some kind of a communication that's coming in. So maybe it's a communication that you've been waiting on, maybe somebody you've been wanting to hear from, or a healing conversation that you've been wanting to have, or something that comes in that just brings you clarity, probably through communication, that is sort of that missing piece that you're needing to know what the next step is for you, or the missing piece that you're needing in order to heal from something. Okay, so something's coming in, and with this Knight energy, it's coming in quickly. It's coming in a surprising way. So I see some kind of a communication coming in that is healing and helpful here in this week. We also have the Sun card. Not a surprise that this is coming in as we're focusing on this solar eclipse energy. Okay, so this is really saying beautiful things are coming through this energy. Beautiful things are coming through not only the solar eclipse, but all of the things that we're working on. The Sun card to me is the best card in this entire deck. It is about joy and happiness and true freedom and true peace. And this is what we're working toward. And all of this work that we're doing is that pathway in that direction of that. We also have the Queen of Fire, okay? So there is something that is igniting passion for us this week. There is something that is igniting confidence for us this week if we allow that. There is this choice, this decision that we're making to spread our wings and fly and go for it and get after it and do the things that we're feeling called to do, to make the changes that we're feeling called to make. This is a very, very powerful, fiery, beautiful energy. We also have the Ten of Water, another really, really incredible energy. So there is a lot of, like, with this and with that Knight of Swords and that communication, I do see some energies around, like, healing within relationships. Okay, Mercury retrograde a lot of times is like helping us with past relationship stuff and things like that. So there is like a relationship healing, things like that. And so I see somebody asking about, can I answer a question for them? This is actually a reading for the collective. So this is a reading for all of us and what the energies are for this week. But thank you so much for commenting and joining us here today. So this Ten of Water, beautiful card. This is my happy family card. This is feeling happy at home, happy in life, happy with the people that you're surrounding yourself with. So I do see some healings that are happening within relationships. This might be your relationship with yourself. This might be your relationship with the people around you. This might be you calling in your soul family, those people that really get you and really understand you and just support you in in every way, you know, and just see you and love you exactly as you are. So I feel that energy around that. I feel just like a contentment with the circumstances and the people that we are surrounding ourselves with. So a lot of really positive healing relationship stuff this week as well. And then we have, these two cards came up together. We have this 5 of Earth reversed. Okay, so we're working on releasing fear. We're working on letting go of the way that fear has been holding us back for so long. And so I see us taking a step in that direction. And as you take a step toward releasing fear, toward not letting that hold you back, we step into this page of fire energy, a new opportunity coming in. This might be a new work opportunity. This might be a new opportunity on something that you're working on. Just a new, fresh energy that's coming in that is something, it's exciting, you know, this together with the Queen of Fire, it's exciting. If you're working on something that you're passionate about, this is a great week for you to put extra time and energy into that. Of course, listen to your body again with this retrograde energy, because it can slow you down a little bit, but just allowing for that to happen and inviting in these new opportunities. So I do see new doors opening, even if we're feeling a little bit impatient in this hallway energy. So those are your messages for this week. I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. If you want to learn more about me or about Clarity by Christy, you can check me out at discoveryyourawakening.com. I'll see you guys soon with another video. Take care, guys.